power in all of life, to the greatest power in the universe. And so many people today are missing out because they're not taking advantage of that connection. Prayer is the connection. We need prayer to be able to handle the stress of not being able to pay the bills. We need prayer to be able to handle the misunderstandings and the disappointments that often occur in the context of a marital relationship. We need prayer to be able to handle the pain of being rejected, the pain of being put down, the pain of being taken advantage of. We need prayer when we discover that we've got diabetes for the first time, or when we discover that that we didn't quite pass the examination. You follow me? We need the power that's available through prayer. And unfortunately, people have a tendency to turn to everything else except the power that's available to them through prayer.
And that's absolutely free power. That's always there. You don't have to go anywhere to get it, wherever you. Is that what we're saying?
Absolutely. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything. As a matter of fact, there was a famous experiment done involving intercessory prayer, that is, people praying for other people. The doctor was Dr. Randolph Bird in 1978. He reported in the Southern Medical Journal about an experiment that he did involving patients who were at the coronary care unit at the San Francisco General Hospital. He examined 393 patients. He separated them into two groups. One was a prayed-for group of 192 patients. The other was a non-prayed-for group of 201 patients. He chose 10 people to serve as prayer intercessors and had them to pray for these people over a period of time. He then came back and examined the complications in the persons who were in the prayed-for group compared to the non-prayed-for group. The people who were prayed for had 5 times less need of antibiotics for infection. The people who were prayed for had 2.5 times fewer complications of congestive heart failure, and people who were prayed for had fewer episodes of cardiac arrest compared to the people who were not prayed for. So we know that prayer, even at a distance, can impact a person's health.
And this is what we hear so often, especially in churches, that my mother prayed for me, and that has a real meaning. Is that what, when a mother starts praying for a child, that the child actually will receive some of the benefits from that prayer?
Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, there's a book out now called, 2 books out, The Power of a Praying Husband, The Power of a Praying Husband, and The Power of a Praying Wife. Yes, the mother's prayer is indeed awesome. It's simply a matter of going to God for the help that we need. And when we do that, God responds. And so he simply wants us to come to him.
Well, Dr. Poe, we're nearing this end of this second segment. And one of the questions that we'd like for you to deal with is some of the problems that we have with our young people, and especially when you inquire with among many of them as to whether or not they go to church and whether they believe in prayer, you know, and many of them respond in the negative, in the sense that they don't go to church and they don't have any kind of spiritual life whatsoever, as if they could live through life without any spiritual foundation whatsoever. So I want you to speak to that, and speak especially to them. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. The topic is the